I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Melody.
Jason Levine.
Woo! Top 100 games of all time according to these guys, and we're almost halfway through.
Yay!
Yes, almost.
The games are getting better and better. Woo!
I know they are. And so here's the big question. We've talked about how there's been no crossovers yet, but I really think secretly Melody might be my daughter because we're finally coming to crossovers.
Oh, yeah, though.
And we have the same taste in games, much better than your taste. But this crossover might surprise you because I don't think you would think I would have it on my list. But my number 60 is Mystic Vale.
No, I know you like this game.
But did you think it was in my top 100?
No, but see, here's the thing about Mystic Vale. I like it a lot too. I think you like the idea more than you like the game.
I like both. I mean, I love where you slide the cards in. I love the whole, you're building them up. I mean, the fact that you have the same 20 cards, but you build each card rather than building a deck, you're building the cards. Mm-hmm. And it's fun to do that. The game is great. Yes, the game is basic, but obviously we talked about Edge of Darkness coming out and other games in this series, and I think there's going to be even better games that come out of what Mystic Vale was.
All right, cool. That's one crossover.
Okay, so my number 60 is a game I haven't played in a while, but I still really like Hakinoko. Did I even say that right?
You did, the panda game.
Yes.
Panda game. Game where you have all these fields and you're trying to water them, and it's a really pretty game too. Like, I really like it.
Yeah, you're growing the different color bamboo. I don't think there's such a thing as pink bamboo.
Is there blue bamboo either?
You color the water.
That's a song. Blue bamboo.
You have to color the water. Like, you know, when you get like the project when you're like in elementary where you get the white flower and split the stem and you have like one red side of the flower and the blue side.
Oh, we used to do that with celery.
Yeah.
Yes.
We didn't have flowers. We just used celery.
So since your dad has the big set, do you like playing with the big set even more?
I'm not sure. I think I played the big set once, but yeah, mainly because I do like the bigger pieces. Just
who doesn't?
The giant panda. The giant panda is cool.
All right, what do we got here? 59.
So number 59. This is another racing game, I guess, but a very different racing game, deck building one. It's Lewis and Clark. This one is now older, I guess.
I guess it's a few years. Z really likes this one.
In the grand scheme, I love this game. You're deck building, you're racing, you're going forward, you're going back, you're going forward, and it's got some really cool mechanics. Like, do I take this card because it'll help me over the mountains, but oh, it's going to be terrible when I have to go through the rivers, and I really like this game a lot.
Okay, all right. So my number 59 is another crossover. It's 1960.
I knew you liked that one.
Yes.
I liked it more than Jason. Because I really did like the whole making of the president. Because for me, I just thought it was cool. Like, oh, there's this state, and like this one you really want to take control of because it will get you a lot of points to becoming the president. But also, you got to make sure you still focus on the smaller states too. Because those are important. And then you have like the media that you also watch for. And it was just a lot of fun. I did make sure I got control of Florida by the end of the game just because of it.
Control Florida! And that was back in 1960. 2018, we're more important down here.
Yeah.
Florida is an amazing state. I'm very happy to live here.
Me too.
We all agree on that, at least. Florida, number one in top states of America.
Yes, we're the most important. So my number 58 is, I don't know if this will make you happy or not, Tom, but it's Dune. So I like Cosmic Encounter.
I like how you keep trying to make him happy.
He's like my son or something. Oh, Dad, is this okay?
Yes. So I like Cosmic Encounter, but I really like Dune more. The theme.
Now that doesn't make me happy. You like Dune more than Cosmic?
Yes, because
is Cosmic even in your top 100 then?
No. But I hope that Dune makes you happy.
Well, Dune is a good game, though.
Because Dune, the theme shines through.
So Rex is not on your list. It's Dune.
Rex is not on my list. Sorry to change the game and put it into the Twilight Imperium universe. Didn't cut it. Dune, though, the characters fit. You know what each character did. The Fremen, the way they come on the map, and the Bene Gesserit, and everything just fits with the story, with the book, with the movie,
I don't know.
and it is phenomenal.
Dune, huh?
Oh, you haven't seen the movie? Oh, it's phenomenal.
I don't know if
And-
you'd like it or not. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It's kind of weird sci-fi.
Okay, it's for sci-fi geeks, and Melody, as we know, is not quite a geek yet.
No, she's a geek. She just said she
I
was
said
not a Star Wars geek.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Dune. If you like Cosmic Encounter and you're looking for something more epic, Dune is the game to get.
That's not quite okay, but it's a good game. Yeah.
Okay, so my number 58 is Ethnos.
Oh.
It's another one where
You
you're
picked this because of how beautiful it is, right?
no. Otherwise, Guildhall would have been higher.
Yeah.
I really like Ethnos because I like how not only are you trying to collect sets, but you're also like it's area control on the board as well. And so with these sets, you're collecting the sets while trying to be higher than other people on the board. So while people can be like trying to get all these different areas, but not really making one high, so that could hurt them, while they're also really focused on the sets. I like how you can like mix and match the different sets that you can put into the game. I really like the halfling one because they're just fun to collect. And so yeah, Ethnos is just a lot of fun.
Yes, Ethnos is a
The artwork
great
is
game.
meh, but the game itself is
I mean,
really
you know, like
good.
those little. What do those pieces remind you of? Like something from like the '70s. The little pieces that you.
I don't dislike the pieces, but I'm not a big fan of the artwork.
No,
All right.
but the game itself.
Oh, game is
Mechanics override artwork for me any time of the day.
No.
Well, this is where
Well,
we
like
agree
for
to
me,
disagree.
artwork, like I always focus on the game, but if the artwork's bad, it does make you like, eh. But like when the artwork is good, even if the game is bad, it still kind of makes you feel better about playing the game because
Yes.
you're like, oh, I like this piece, and I'm gonna keep moving it around, and so.
Okay, I guess I'm the only one who believes in mechanics over artwork. So
No, they're kind of they have to balance each other.
my
out.
lips are quiet on this one.
Just go. Your lips are never quiet.
My number 57 is Web of Power.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because last time you mentioned Turning Taxes and you were talking about how much you like that connection. And I was like, I wonder if you like Web of Power because that's like the original game that did that.
Yes, Web of Power. Obviously, there was a second version of it that came out called China.
Right.
And
It's like you say, obviously. Of course you all know that.
I don't.
In this one, you're doing connections, but it's also kind of area control because there's different areas on the board and you need to area control them, but also build chains through the areas, and you get points like whoever's first in the area gets the points of everything in the area, then whoever's second gets the points of how many things the person in first has, and then whoever's third gets the points of how many things the person in second has. So it's kind of a neat little area control game. There's also bigger areas where you're going for connections of outside things that connect multiple areas. So there's like layers of area control in this game, and obviously you're just using basic cards. This came out before games like Ticket to Ride, but it has that whole Ticket to Ride mechanic where you pick up cards of different areas of the map, and then you play out the cards in order to do things, and it's a wonderful game.
All right.
Okay, so my number 57 is Lost Legends.
Oh, wow. It's another drafting game.
Yes.
Drafting games are fun, especially this one because I liked how there's like 3 rounds I think, or 3 or 4 rounds.
3 rounds sounds
Yeah.
right.
Because
3 or 4.
what you do is you have these cards that you're gonna draft around, and then they're like weapons, and you can either use them as like the weapon or spell or whatever it is, or you like kind of put them into like the slot and use them as resources to get different cards instead. And I thought that was really cool. I like the monsters, how they got harder each round, and also the weapons got better, and I just like that whole like upgrade thing and like try to make sure that you get the resources. But for me, I always get annoyed because I'm like, I like this weapon, but I really need the resources. So.
All right, cool.
So my number 56. My number 56. I'm going to go back to Kramer and Kiesling to Kal. I
So they just released Meeple's
The company that's been doing all the old ones did it, right?
Yeah, they
Meeple
did
Reality is it
Not
called?
Meeple Reality, they're the inserts. I think it's like Meeple's Like Us or something like that. But they did a beautiful version of this.
Yes, and Tikal is the first of all of the action point games. You're building temples, you're exploring out into the, I guess, the Mayan frontier, and you're taking tiles, and then you see, oh look, there's a temple, and you need to build up that temple, and you need to build up these kind of pyramids, and it's a great game. It's just a great discovery action point game.
Yeah, it's certainly one of the most popular ones for sure.
Yeah. So my number 56 is Codex. Codex.
Oh,
Is that right?
Codex.
Yeah, Codex.
Yeah. I really like Codex.
I like the ninja group in Codex. I like the little animals in it too. But this game I thought this was really cool because you get this book with like the card sleeves in the books, and like it's a deck builder, I believe. And so I just thought it was a lot of fun. I like playing with the different groups, putting the cards out and putting them in like certain places. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid game. I really like it.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Codex.
It's a big box too.
It feels like Magic a little bit, but
It's like a mix
little
between
different.
Magic, Mage Wars, and a deck building game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my number 55 is another Euro. Are you surprised?
No.
Yunnan. This one, you're in the, I guess the Yunnan territory of China, and you're collecting tea, and you're.
Are you pretending there's a theme?
I'm telling you what the theme is. So you're trying to get up the mountain with your donkey, who's going to bring you along the trade route so you could trade your tea. And it's got some really cool mechanisms because there's a whole bidding mechanism to determine, do you move your donkey, or do you get more people, or do you get more power for fighting with the other people? And you have to decide what you're going to bid on. And then when you get your people up there, you're going to get more money to bid the next round. So each round you're getting money to bid for the next round. But the catch in the game, and what I think is really cool, is you could decide not to take it all as money, and you could take some of it as points. And when you hit a certain point, 80 points, the game ends. So do I take a lot of money and less points, or do I take half money, half points, or do I take all points? And when do you shift from collecting money to collecting points to shoot over that 80 mark?
Yeah. That's always an interesting. I like when games do that. It's interesting.
Yeah, so my number 55 is Pandemic Legacy. And I say Legacy because I didn't actually like the game Pandemic as much.
So he's gonna come bursting through the door.
But Legacy is like a more drawn out version of Pandemic, isn't it?
It is.
So it's technically still Pandemic. Just
I loved Pandemic Legacy, so
I agree. I think we can all say Pandemic Legacy is better than Pandemic. Why would you play one game when you can play 17 or whatever?
and they
it's
change
12.
up.
Yeah.
No, it depends how often you win.
So did you only have to play 12? Wow.
No,
she has not.
we haven't
they
even
finished yet.
it.
I'm going through it with them.
Season 1 or season 2?
Season one.
Okay, so you only played season 1.
Have you played season 2 yet?
I technically
I'm part
saw
of the way
season
through.
Who are
2.
you playing it with? I don't want to hear who you're playing it with.
I
You're playing it by yourself again,
I
aren't
helped
you?
do the live recording when they did Pandemic season 2, so I kind of saw it.
Oh,
already.
so you kind of saw it. Yes, I'm solo playing it, but I'm playing multiple characters. But anyone could jump in and play. I was going to play with Kenny, but now he's here every day, so I can't play with him.
So you're saying stop hiring the people you play games with? All right. What's your next one?
So my next one, number 54, and I'm kind of combining two games here. But I'm going to call it Prodigal's Club. But I'm calling it Prodigal's Club with Last Will because you could add the games together.
Prodigal's Club, though, is essentially Last Will 2.0.
Yes.
It really is, to the point where I just got rid of Last Will because...
You don't want to do the mega Prodigal Clubs with Last Will
no
on the one
wants to do
side?
that. No one. That's not even a realistic thing, really.
It isn't. But this game is different than most games because you're trying to lose things. And Prodigal Club took Last Will where you were just trying to lose money, and now you're trying to lose money, you're trying to lose prestige, you're trying to lose
All your friends.
all your friends, you're trying to lose everything.
First person to do that wins.
And yes, it's like
That's such a weird thing. I don't want anything.
No, you don't. You
Okay.
start off with friends and you're like, you guys go away. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You start off where you're popular and you're like, I'm going to do things to make myself less popular.
Right, you'll like say like really obnoxious things, or you'll spend all your money like, I'm taking my horse out to dinner. And
And then no one wants to hang out with you. And then you have money and you want to spend it on ridiculous things so you could lose all your money. And the cool thing about it is that if you lose one of the things too quickly, it's bad, because once someone gets something to zero, the game ends, and whichever thing you lost the least amount is the one that you're going to get as your final score. So you want to kind of lose everything equally as much as you can.
yeah, I really like it. It's a good game. Yeah, that's Prodigal
Really
Son.
weird theme though. So I'm like, okay. But no, okay, like Prodigal Son, I can get it because it's the story of Prodigal Son, but okay.
What do you got?
Okay, so number 54 for me is Thunderstone.
Oh, Thunderstone Quest is coming soon.
Yes,
You'll really
it
like
is.
that one. But
I really like this because it's a cool deck builder where you're buying like these different cards. But I like the part where you can like keep a card, and then like that way, if you don't want to use it on that turn specifically, but want to use it for like a different turn, you can keep it. And I thought that was pretty cool. I also like fighting the monsters, and it was a lot of fun.
So I've noticed something interesting here, because your dad is a big dice game fan, and you're much more of a deck building card fan, I've noticed from
I
your
don't know.
list.
I really like. So far, she's picked a lot of games that are in my top 100. Thunderstone is, well, Thunderstone Quest especially, but I mean, Thunderstone is a great
No,
game.
not so much that, but Melody, you really seem to like deck builders in general and
Yeah, they're
games
fun
with
because
cards.
I like building up like starting small and getting better.
And that's the whole thing of Euro games,
Yes,
except for in the Year of the Dragon. But go ahead.
you start big and get small, which seemed to be Prodigal Club also.
Yeah,
So
no.
my number 53 is another Euro. This one's more recent. It's Five Tribes. I really like this. I love the whole mechanic of however many pieces in their space, you pick them up, you drop the pieces one by one, and then where you land, whatever is
Like
there is what you trigger. You trigger this, and when you clear out a space, you get the pieces. I like the expansions. I love when you added the little mountain blocking things and the extra gins and just everything. There's another expansion coming out very soon.
No, it just came out.
It just came out. Well, not
Sitting on Z's desk. I don't.
yes, it just came out, but not in storage yet. But
No, it's out.
Is it out in storage?
Yeah, you just didn't notice it.
Oh, maybe I didn't notice it. I thought it was coming soon. I figured that was the advanced copy for review. But yes, Five Tribes is just a wonderful game. A lot of deep thinking for a game that you would think feels simple, but it's very deep and wonderful.
All right.
Okay, this one, before I actually put on my list, I could just never remember the name of this game. But I really do love it. It's Deception Murder on Hong Kong.
Murder in Hong Kong.
Murder in Hong Kong,
Whatever.
yes.
You still got it wrong.
Okay, whatever. I really like this game because I like how everyone has like these different item cards, and like one player is a murderer with like the murder weapon in like their things, and then there's another player who knows who the murderer is and which weapon they have, and so what they're trying to do is they have like these different boards, and they're trying to like move these pieces around to kind of let you know like hints of who it is and like what weapon they used. And I just thought it was just so much fun because they're like figuring out, it's like, is it this one? Like they said it's like a senior, so it could either, like for me, when I put senior, I was thinking like a senior like me, not like an older senior, which confused them for a while. I was like, oh no. But I just think it's a lot of fun.
It is a really great game.
Yes, it is.
There's too many pieces, like the box is too small for all the pieces, but
Well, they're going to keep adding more, I think. Another expansion just came out.
Yes, it did. So my number 52 is another one of those splitting games. It's San Marco.
Oh, Alan Moon.
Yes, I like that whole I split, you choose mechanic.
Yeah, not many games do this, and I think it's a really good thing to do.
Yeah, because
I do that all the time, except not in board games. Split a cookie, you pick a thing.
yes, but the cool thing is when you're the person splitting, normally you were like, oh, I really want this, and I want to give you this. But
You have
you
to be
can't do that. You have to be
careful.
very careful because, oh, I really want this, so maybe I'll split it this way so I get what I really want. But,
But
hey,
you give them more
I'll give you
and-
more. And this game has that mechanic, but when you're splitting and choosing, you're getting these action cards which let you build canals and do all these other things in Venice, essentially. And you're kind of going for area control and building all these bridges and building, bridging over canals. But it's a great, great Euro game.
It is. It is a good one for sure.
Okay. So for me, my number 52 is Bunny Kingdom.
Oh,
I like the little, very pointy rabbits. I really like this game because it's like a drafting game.
you love drafting.
But drafting isn't like the big reason why I like this game. I liked how when you try to get the cards and you like get like a big colony for your bunnies and like trying to find the right cards and put them together and like upgrade towers and get special pieces, and I just thought it was a lot of fun. It's like a
I
cool,
really
great
like
game.
Bunny Kingdoms. It's one of those games I think it's getting better for me as time goes by. It's really good.
Yes.
Like you can either focus on the colonies or you can also like remember the side point cards that you can get every once in a while.
All right, last game from the top half.
Yes. So this one's another new one. Well, I guess it's not that new anymore because a few months isn't new, but it was my number one for this year, The Expanse.
Well, that's pretty new.
But it's my number 51 for this list. I really like The Expanse. I like Twilight Struggle, and this is a multiplayer version of Twilight Struggle. As I've said before many times, in Twilight Struggle, the bottom of the card, if I play a card, then you could use the bottom half of the card. In this one, there's a whole kind of hierarchy of I play the bottom card, and then if Melody has priority of you, she could choose the bottom part before you get it. But if she does, then she has to go to the bottom for whatever card might come next. But if she decides to pass, you could always take it, and then you would go to the bottom. So you have to pick and choose when you want to use those, when you want to take the bottom action, because it sends you to the bottom of the priority list for future actions. And it's a really unique way to expand that kind of game into 4 players or multiplayer.
All right. We were going to play this yesterday,
I know.
and it didn't work out.
I know.
But
So many games.
it's
apparently.
coming.
Okay, so my number 51 is probably like one of the goofiest games on my list because it's just so much fun. It's like a mixture of like a dungeon fighting game and a party game at the same time.
Oh, it's the bouncing dice one?
Yes, it is. It's Dungeon Fighter. The one
I like Dungeon Fighter.
It's so much fun because you like try to launch like the dice onto like this big target board by like either like trying to throw it off your elbow or like throwing it backwards, and it's just so goofy and so much fun.
I like Dungeon Fighter too. I wouldn't put it even close to my top 100, but it is goofy fun.
That's because you have no soul. No soul. It's a great game. And there's also 4 expansions. There's a lot of
Yeah,
stuff
there's a
out
lot.
for this
There
game.
is, yeah.
Well, that's it. We're done with the top half. There's been 2 crossovers thus far. We'll see what happens as we go further down these lists. I'm very curious. I'm hearing a lot of their favorite games already mentioned, so I don't really, I'm pretty sure I know, like, again, some of your top games, but
Yeah.
we'll have to wait and see. All right, we'll see you back for some more. Next time, I'm Tom Vassell,
I'm Melody.
Jason Levine.
and these have been the top 100 games of all time, blah, blah, blah.